Okay, it's Bob Frizzell for the reality game, and I'm going to move into a no direction because there's been so much focus on, mm, everything that's been focused on lately that I'm going off in a new tangent. And the new tangent has nothing to do with the old tangent at all. It has nothing to do with anything at all. It's completely new. And that means you're going to have to remove all your blinders because so many people have decided, I don't want to hear about all this other stuff that I'm tired of hearing about. So we're going to talk about something completely different so you can reopen your mind. And I promise I won't mention any of those things that seem to be very busy with people to the point where we felt like we've been beating a dead horse. Okay, are you ready? A long time ago on my channels, I talked about humans having a huge issue in that getting something completely new is very difficult because when we take in new information, we always apply it against our existing database of information in our head. We always use the filters of whatever's come before to analyze the new information. It's like we have a whole pile of bins in our head, a garbage bin, an interesting bin, a bin that my friend Fred would find interesting, a bin that's, it might be interesting, but I don't want to deal with it right now, a bin that's like urgent, a bin like, we've got all these different bins. It's just like a filing cabinet that we sort the new information into. Got it? So even though I say it's something brand new, you're still giving me filters. You're still got your finger that's ready to go and say, that's going in that bin. You've, you can't get rid of your filters. You can't get rid of them. They're part of your human mind. And the older you are, the more you've done this sorting. It's like in Harry Potter, they've got the sorting hat that puts everybody's name into the hat, and the hat decides which one of the houses in Hogwarts you get to go into. And we're all built that same way. So, how can I give you something brand new when I know you're going to put it into one of your little bins? That's the new bit. I'm not going to give you anything else except that. You were expecting me to give you something beyond that? No. That's all I want you to know is that you've got bins and you're very good at sorting them. And that's it. You thought there was something else coming? That's all. That's all. Now you know. Yeah, I guess I do have these kind of bins. I've got a filing cabinet. I've got a sorting hat. And that is why you have what's known as cognitive dissonance, which you could look it up on the internet or in a psychology book. Cognitive dissonance is exactly what transpires in your head because you've got this gizmo that wants to sort new information into bins. And because you've got this gizmo, it's like this gizmo is like, it's a filter. It's like I'm going to throw one of those rubber balls. Remember dodgeball? The big red ball that you would throw? You got your hand up because sooner or later someone's going to throw you that red ball and you don't want to get it bouncing off your head. So you got your hands up. You're ready to block it. That's what you're like. Some of those video games, especially old-fashioned video games with two-dimensional sprite characters, they're always kind of going like this, to give them some action. And that's what you have. And in certain cases, you don't even want the new information to get into one of these bins. You just want to block it. In volleyball, you go up with two hands above the net, two hands, and you're doing a block. In other words, I don't even want to go and see what that is. I don't want to go into my bins. I'm going to block it. I'm just blocking it all out. And that's another kind of filter that humans have. So back to cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance means if you already have a bunch of information in your head and you got it all nicely sorted in your bins or in your filing cabinet, and a new piece of information comes in and it contradicts an existing piece of information in your head, sometimes what happens is it really disturbs you. It's like this piece of information doesn't agree with all of the other similar topic information that I've got in this bin, and I don't know what to do with it because it conflicts with what all these other ones say. I've got so many of this stuff, and this new one, it should fit in this bin because it's on the same subject, but it doesn't agree with the other information. All these other ones, you could have marked them all with a plus sign, and this new one, you marked it with a minus sign, and you were like, it's a minus sign, and the other ones are all plus signs, and really, maybe I should create a new bin or something because it's got a minus sign even though it's on the same topic. It's like, should I make a new file or no? Or should I just throw it to that guy that blocks it and just say, no, it's not, it doesn't have a plus sign. And I don't feel like making a new bin. I don't feel like thinking about it and processing it. I just, like I'm just going to block it and it's going to bounce off and it's not going to come in. That's cognitive dissonance. That's all I got for you. Thank you for listening, and please subscribe and share.